What is up, YouTube? Today we are getting to replacing some of the sensors I purchased from Greg here on the truck. We are working on the ICP sensor and IPR valve. Now, I did run into an issue with the IPR valve. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I want to show you how I'm getting the ICP sensor out. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, leave us a like and a comment down below what you think of the channel, and with any questions on how to install the ICP sensor in the early style 6.0 Powerstroke, and any other questions you may have also. We have a lot of how-to videos coming out on these trucks, so please stay tuned, and if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. Now, previously I have gone from underneath the truck to get to it. However, on lifted applications, that's kind of a lot harder unless you have a lift to put the truck up and down on. For those of us that aren't lucky enough to have that at our disposal, there is a tool. I'll review that at the end here, but I want to show you how I have this. There is a specialty tool that I purchased. I will go over that. I do want to give credit to the 6.0 doctor. That's where I stole this trick from. And there's a cool little tool that's in there. You do have to remove your intake. You have to kind of move your degas bottle out of the way to get to your fickum. The fickum comes out and the bracket, and then you're able to set this in. So I think that's coming up. You can see my extension at the end there, all the way on. And then once you break it loose, you can pretty much turn it out by hand. So I'm gonna quick get this out, show you what I got. So here it is. You can see it has like an offset for where you put your ratchet. I have a swivel socket in there now, and then like a 9-inch or so extension. With that, with the fickum bracket and stuff out, you're able to put this on there and just get it right out. I'm sure tightening it back up will be the same. I don't know if that's coming up, that this is definitely a leaking. I mean, this whole thing is drenched in oil. It's definitely leaking. This is the early style ICP sensor, and it's garbage. Here is the new ICP sensor. This is a Ford part. Let me get you the part number. There we go. That should be showing up. There, that's a good shot of it. So this is the, like I said, this is the Ford one. Don't waste your time buying the really cheap eBay sensors. They're not gonna last. I mean, come on, the Ford one, the original Ford one barely lasts as is. Those cheap ones aren't gonna do any better. That being said, if there is one company I would trust, it would probably be Alliant. I even considered it, but I don't know if they make ICP sensors or not, but they are a very good company. So if there was one company I would go out on a limb, it would be them. That being said, you can switch to the 05 style ICP sensor in the early trucks. If you go to a Ford dealer, they typically won't do it, but you can put it in there. When this one fails, I'll probably go to the newer style and see if I don't have better luck. Diesel Tech Ron used to put the newer style in, unless it was a for the dealer kind of truck, then he would put the 03 in. But typically when he was working on trucks, he recommends that you use the later style. He says he's had more luck with them. So something to keep in mind. Do research. There's people in the forums that do it all the time. The next time I mess with this, I'll probably put the newer style in. So as far as how to get this back in, I'm going to screw this in by hand at first, and then just for the final tightening it down is when I'm going to use my tool. So I'm going to get this tightened in and then get the tool hooked up and show you it one more time. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw any of that, probably just the back of my arm if I keep it in the video, but it's now in there. So I'm going to get my tool here. And actually with the tool, it gives you a little leverage so you can push it by hand another quarter turn in or 1/8 of a turn. So guys, just want to do a quick video for you. That is how you get the old ICP sensor out and the new one in. Great little tool to have. I don't know if I prefer going underneath or going up top. I think the components to remove are a little easier to go up top than underneath, so I like that. But you definitely need to take more stuff off to get to it. It's a great little way to do it though. If it's a lifted truck, this way all the way, I wouldn't even bother. If it had like a 4-inch lift, I wouldn't even waste my time going underneath. I'd go up top. Now, one thing I did tell you, you can put the later style in. However, I want to warn you, if you do choose to put the later style ICP sensor in these trucks, you will not be able to use this little tool. You'll need to use a full socket, and I don't know if a socket will fit. Now, one other thing, if you have the 03 style intake manifold, also you will not be able to use this because that manifold blocks it. I have not seen a video of someone being able to do it without it. Maybe there's someone out there, go check around, but I'm not aware of the 03 manifold working. So YouTube, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. Those of you that have been around for a bit know we get back to most of you guys, especially if there's a question. So please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below if you need some clarification on something I did or didn't do. Also today, my goal was to originally do this and the IPR valve. Little technical issue with my ported intake manifold. I'm not able to get the IPR socket on the IPR valve, so we're not able to do that today. That's a little frustrating, but when you start modifying these trucks and putting all these different components on, you're gonna run into some of these things. I'm gonna do some research. It does look like I can get to it by removing my turbo. I'm not thrilled about removing my turbo because the next time I removed it, I really wanted to do a billet wheel, and I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that.